Steve Simmons along with Terry Jones here at the Grey Cup. And for Terry Jones, my friend, and the longtime legend of Canadian sports writing, this is Grey Cup number 45. Does this feel like a Grey Cup week to you here in Toronto?
Actually, it does, and that surprises me because, you know, with the build-up to it, the total lack of ticket sales that kept getting reported. I mean, I'm from Edmonton. I mean, they sold out the last Grey Cup there before the first preseason game. But once you get here, I think the organizers did a great job in making some visible things at the Union Station and Prince's Gates and various things around town. It has a Grey Cup feel to it. The league has done an exceptionally good job compared to previous years of dealing everything we're dealing with. And the other thing is just the whole Toronto scene seems like it's kind of nobody was paying any. It might have been like the Pan Am Games, but nobody seemed to be paying a whole lot of attention to it. But it seems like there's a there here now.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with what they've done with downtown.
Yeah,
the city's really changed that way over the years. But I want to touch on the football before we get off of here.
Why? There's no game here.
What fascinates me about Sunday, other than all of the obvious things, is you have Bo Levi Mitchell, who might be the emerging star of this league, not just for now, but for how many years to come. And you got the old GOAT, Henry Burris, 41 years old, always a story no matter how he plays, no matter what he does. You got to love that matchup.
Absolutely. And this league, if you go back even 3 or 4 years ago, was in deep trouble. They didn't have quarterbacks. Now there's great quarterbacks in like 6 of the 9 cities. And, you know, the only trouble with this game, as I said, there's no game here. Calgary has been by far the most dominant team in this league without getting the results. And the only thing that makes the game really interesting is Calgary's in the last 9 years have been the team in the Canadian Football League and have only won 2 Grey Cups.
Yeah, they remind me a bit of the Atlanta Braves. They kept winning those championships, but when it came time, they couldn't win the big one. I'm curious now because we've never seen Dave Dickenson as a coach in a big game. You learn about coaches in those circumstances. We've seen Rick Campbell, I think, get better as a coach through his years in Ottawa. Your thoughts on that?
I think they're both the same guy. You know what you're going to get. They knew what they were going to get when they hired him. Rick Campbell hasn't changed one bit from that 2-16 season to you know, getting to the Grey Cup last year and getting back this year. And I don't think Dave Dickenson's going to change a bit from last week to this week to 10 years from now.
Well, the parties really begin tonight. The awards tonight, all through Saturday night. Stuff going on. For Terry Jones, I'm Steve Simmons from the Grey Cup in Toronto.